Well, thanks, Teresa, for an opportunity, and to my family there at Chesapeake, Delaware, Potomac Assembly. What a delight and a great opportunity to share just a bit about how we, as a small church there on the west side of Anderson, connect. Not only that, but in the seat of the executive director for US and Canada, I get a chance to travel nationwide and globally to see some of the other awesome things that churches are doing all across the movement. So, boy, what about a laundromat? What about an opportunity to connect with the community by providing that valuable service? Would it be good for us to kind of evaluate the current needs, felt needs in our community, and find ways in which to meet them? Well, the church in Michigan certainly did that, and they determined that there was a great need for a laundromat. So guess what? They raised the money and they built a laundromat that's connected to the church. And so as a result, they have great opportunity to have services in the laundromat and Bible study in the laundromat. And they have free laundry day where they're gifting back through generosity to the congregation. So that's certainly one opportunity. There at Celebration Church, there on the west side of Anderson, God has given us tools. You need tools, and we were able to connect with Flock Notes. Flock Notes is our tool for sending out daily messages. So in the 40-day of fast, we were able to provide an opportunity for there to be a great connection, a Bible study and a thought and a question every single day that occurred. So we were able to time that. And so we programmed that for the 40 days. And so automatically, every day morning, you would have at 9 o'clock, you will get your message, your question, and a text that you could connect with. And then you can communicate with other family members of the church as to what God said to you about it. So mechanizing texting through Flock Notes has been really a really good tool for us. Animoto. Oftentimes we get these hard copy newsletters, and we decided we want to do something different, and so now we do the video newsletter. So it's a newsletter that has a video connection. It shows active baptisms or opportunities where we are seeing folks actually being ministered to, and so the church kind of comes alive through this live newsletter using Animoto, and that's spelled Animoto. It's a video capability that makes it really easy to communicate to the congregation via YouTube, via texting, via email, and then you can also put it on your social media websites. And you may have seen some of ours. Father's Day, Mother's Day, we do tributes using Animoto. So that's another way that we do it. We've had opportunity to connect us with the community and the church with the community in other ways also. We had a laugh and lunch in the park where we brought in a comedian and invited the entire community and fed the entire community. And it was a really funny comedian from Michigan who came in, and we had the generational gap was closed, so the interracial gap was closed. So we had white, Anglo, Hispanic. We had men, women, boys, and girls. It was a vast area there at Shadyside Park there in Anderson, Indiana, where we had an opportunity to minister to our community. And we're going to do it again this year. It was also ecumenical. This message of the Great Commandment is powerful, that we need to love God and love people. The Great Commission, that we need to go ye therefore and teach all nations. But I think sometimes we forget the Great Collaboration. And that is an opportunity to really connect with other denominations, United Methodists, Nazarenes, Wesleyans. And so we did that and had a wonderful time in connecting the community with the churches in our community. They say you go faster alone, but you go farther together. Together, we're better. And so connecting together, you doing things like that. We had a Valentine's Day ecumenical event. We led that. The event was to support the build out of our youth center. And so all of the churches came together and we had a packed out crowd. The youth actually provided all of the music and the dance. We had it at a local, a beautiful facility that it was decorated. We had picture taking opportunities there. We brought in a comedian once again. People love to laugh. I don't know about laughing, but people love clean comedy. The Bible says, I believe, that laughter is good for the soul. So we connected and we had that event. We raised over $5,000 for the build out of our new facility. And we now have a new facility, the Reverend Montgomery Youth Center, that has now been launched there in the basement of Celebration Church. And so we are super excited about the need to collaborate. We thought it would be great to connect with the community by providing a food pantry, but we didn't know how to do it. So instead of doing it ourselves, we reached out to a United Methodist church that was actually doing it for years. And they said, wow, isn't it amazing that we needed a West Side connection for our food pantry? Would you be interested in being our West Side connection? We'll give you all of the systems. We'll give you, we already have connections with the food pantry. And so oftentimes, you know, there's no need to start something when somebody next door is doing it. Why not join them? And so we joined them. And so now we feed thousands of people on a monthly basis using the food pantry that we've used to collaborate with both United Methodist Church and Church Celebration Church there at Our Heights. And so we're excited about that. Another connection we do quarterly, which is fun. We call it Bible and Bowling. What is that? That's a great opportunity to connect the churches and connect the community to bowling. But instead of just bowling, we do a little Bible study. We break up into small groups and we share in the Word about, you know, what does it mean to have a strike spiritually? What does it mean, you know, to have a gutter ball? We all have gutter balls in life, right? And so we talk about that. And so it's a great time of food, friends, fellowship, faith, and fun. That's Bible and Bowling. That draws a lot of the young families, which is great. And so that's something that you may want to also consider as you go forth. Many things that I've seen that's been done. We have had a number of churches who have decided to come together to do outside services. And so we have a radio connection. We have 93.1 FM. So we've kind of landed on that FM station so that if people wanted to come to church and didn't want to come inside, they could certainly listen in the parking lot. During the summer, we have the entire church. We take the church to the community. Oh, Lord. And so the band and everybody, we're there, and praise team and the dancers, and we're there in the community with the music and preaching that happens. And we call it come as you are, but stay in your car. Woo, Lord. Come as you are, but stay in your car. And that's fun, especially during the COVID pandemic when folks were so terrified about coming. So we decided to do that outside, and it was a great success. We had a number of folks who were baptized in the services. We had folks that were just walking by and got saved and transformed and delivered and set free and now part of our church because they just heard the music from a long ways out. There's some I'll just give you some bad news. I mean, there was some neighbors that complained and called the police and said, they're too loud. And so we ended up taking them a food pantry basket and saying, so sorry, we'll try to tone it down. Please join us next time. And as a result, they no longer call the police on us. So that's a good news story. But lots of opportunities that I see across the country where folks are really making an impact with their community in connecting, using technology to connect, using Facebook Live, using YouTube. I don't know, a lot of you already do this. The reality is it's not only the great commandment, the great commission, the great collaboration, but it's a great opportunity for digitization. So digitizing is going to be very important. The Mevo camera is really a great camera. very affordable. For $250, you can get a camera that's connected to your mobile phone, and you can operate the camera by using your mobile phone. So you can get 2 or 3, so you can get multiple angles. It connects with Restream. Restream is an online tool that allows you to broadcast over multiple Facebook and social media accounts. And so we have locked into Restream and the Mevo cameras that's really helped us. We used to have our own camera on our own iPhone, but now we are using the Mevo camera, and that seems to be working really, really, really well for us as a small church. As we've seen our numbers. My goodness, we were averaging about 130 people watching. Now we have about anyway between 1,600 to 2,000 folks watching our services all over the globe as a result of the improvement in the Restream connectivity and the promotion of the services. Over 2,600 hits we got last week. So you want to use the technology to make sure that the experience is a good one. So we have lots of examples of how God is using the technology and using churches to do that. You may want to check in with the Lilly Foundation. The Lilly Foundation oftentimes gives scholarships. We were able to win a $2,500 grant for upgrading our technology, and that certainly did help us as we went forward. Outside movie theaters, and so we now have in the summer once a month we have movie night, and we invite the entire community. Popcorn, movie bingo. We provide opportunity for folks to get apple cider if it's too cold. We provide an opportunity for games, finger painting, and we do that once a month or so. And the key is consistency. People need to know so they can plan. And so we plan out the entire year and then publicize it using the social media platform, our video newsletter, and also the online flock note for messaging that goes to all of our congregants. We're also the user of Faithlife. Faithlife is our proclaim strategy that we use on Sundays. So we have an electronic bulletin, and we have opportunity to post to the website any new activities that are happening versus having to post it. We simply just point the announcement to the website, and it actually goes, which makes it so much simpler. Proclaim records the services, and so that those services are available via Facebook, online, and on our Facebook and on our website. So Faithlife has been a super helpful technology for us, along with Ministry Connector. That's the tool we used for managing all of our congregants, and so we're able to send newsletters out using that format, and also have access to a database of all of the congregants. So they receive, if you come to our church, you receive a letter, I think, on that Monday, and a call on that Friday, and a gift, like a gas card, take your next trip to church on us. So lots of opportunity to create assimilation and get folks moving through a pathway of discipleship that's intentional, that has to be systemized and worked by the right team and the right process. So those are just some great ideas that we're using as a small church. Our church averages, 75 people, especially post-COVID. We have on the books at about 152 members. We started with about 13. So God has blessed us through some growing strategy. And we're trying to shut the back door by establishing a pathway to leadership and pathway to discipleship by establishing what happens after baptism, foundations class, to Bible studies on Wednesdays, to what we call the D group, the disciple group that you are actually assigned to, and then shape, which kind of gets you deployed to do ministry. So we're finding that's shutting the back door of all the new members that may be coming in and engaging them so that they feel they're part of the church. Anyway, that's a wrap. Thank you so much, CDP. I love you. Thank you, Vicki and I send our love to you from Indiana and from Church of God Ministries. Thank you for this opportunity, Teresa. You're the best.